Welcome to the lands of science fiction stories. I wish you a pleasant listening experience.
You're telling me that Earth is classified as a Class 13 death world? The council chamber buzzed with disbelief as the holographic display flickered to life, revealing a chaotic panorama of Earth's wilderness. The vibrant greens and blues were deceptive, masking the dangers lurking beneath. Ambassador Thrax's elongated, scaly form shifted uneasily. His three eyes narrowed, taking in the images of the world's myriad predators and toxic plants. As a Zinthorian, known for their analytical minds and resilience, he felt his heart quicken at the implications. "Explain, Ambassador Rayner," he demanded, his voice steady despite the turmoil within. Rayner, the human representative, leaned back in his chair, a smirk playing on his lips. "What you're seeing is only the beginning. Let's start with the Myrtaceae venatoris, commonly known as the firethorn. This little shrub doesn't just look harmless. It's notorious for its flesh-burning thorns that induce excruciating pain. Touching it is like experiencing a live current running through your veins." Thrax flinched at the thought. "You're saying this is just one of many?" "Absolutely," Rayner replied, his eyes sparkling with pride. "Earth is a death world, and we thrive because of it." Whispers rippled through the chamber, concern etched on the faces of the alien diplomats. A short, stout delegate from the Amathus system, with translucent skin shimmering in the light, asked, "What does this mean for us? What threats does Earth pose to the galaxy?" Rayner stood, his posture confident as he gestured to the hologram, which shifted to display the vibrant colors of the Philibates terribilis, or the golden poison dart frog. "This species is small but lethal. Just one touch can kill a creature 10 times its size. And don't even get me started on the venomous plants." Thrax's tentacles twitched. "You can't expect us to believe this level of danger exists everywhere on your planet." "Oh, but it does," Rayner replied, an unsettling grin spreading across his face. "We've learned to navigate this chaos. Survival isn't just a skill. It's embedded in our DNA." He clicked a button, and the hologram transformed again, revealing a massive predator, the Carcharicles megalodon. "This is the megalodon. It ruled the oceans long before we even walked the land. Just imagine, an apex predator as old as time, lurking beneath the waves." Thrax gulped, his skepticism wavering. "Your creatures are frightening. But surely your higher life forms are less threatening?" Rayner's grin faded slightly. "That's where it gets interesting. Let's talk about us, humans." He paused for effect, allowing tension to build in the room. "You see, we aren't just survivors. We become something more, a force to be reckoned with." As he spoke, the hologram displayed a simple silhouette of a man, backlit against a setting sun. "We've harnessed Earth's dangers to forge ourselves. Our history is marked by struggles, but we've always come out stronger." The Amathus delegate leaned forward, intrigued. "What do you propose, Ambassador? Are humans seeking alliances or conquest?" Rayner's demeanor shifted, becoming serious. "Cooperation is key. We seek trade and mutual respect. But know this: anyone attempting to exploit Earth will face our wrath. Our world shaped us, and we will protect it." The council chamber fell into a profound silence, the weight of Rayner's declaration heavy in the air. The image of the human silhouette faded, leaving only the chaotic wilderness of Earth on display. "What's more dangerous," Rayner continued, "is that we can adapt, not just survive, but conquer. We've faced extinction, disease, and environmental wrath, and yet we rise." Thrax's tentacles trembled. "And if we choose to challenge this?" Rayner's smile returned, but it was cold. "Then you'll find out just how deadly we can be. Our world is a crucible, and we are its ultimate creation. Welcome to Earth, Council. It's a death world, and you've only seen the surface." The chamber buzzed with muted voices, the realization settling in. Earth was more than a classification. It was a new reality, and humanity was ready to take its place in the stars. The council chamber remained tense, the atmosphere electric with apprehension as Rayner paused to let his words sink in. The alien diplomats exchanged glances, their skepticism mingling with a dawning respect. Ambassador Thrax shifted in his seat, his three eyes focused intently on Rayner. You imply that humans have turned the very threats of your world into advantages? How exactly do you intend to showcase this? Rayner's smirk widened. Let me introduce you to Pseudomonas aeruginosa, a common bacterium on Earth. It's often harmless, but in the right conditions it becomes a vicious predator. He activated the hologram, projecting an image of the bacterium multiplying exponentially. It's responsible for countless infections, yet humans have learned to combat it with antibiotics, turning a danger into a manageable issue. Thrax leaned closer, intrigued. So, you've evolved alongside your threats, adapting and overcoming? Exactly, Rayner replied, his eyes gleaming with enthusiasm. But that's just the beginning. Let's explore the depths of our oceans, shall we? The hologram shifted again, revealing the vibrant coral reefs teeming with life. This, he declared, is the Great Barrier Reef. It's a beautiful ecosystem, but it's also home to creatures like the Chironex fleckeri, the box jellyfish. Its sting can incapacitate even the strongest beings in seconds. Nervous whispers filled the room again. A delegate with luminescent scales whispered to a colleague, his voice trembling. How can a civilization thrive in such chaos? Rayner seized the moment. We've mastered it, not just survival, but innovation. We've created diving technology, submarines, and even methods to harness the ocean's energy. Nature is a force, yes, but we've learned to wield it. Are you saying your species has conquered every threat? Thrax challenged, still skeptical. Rayner's expression softened, becoming reflective. Not conquered, but learned from. Our greatest asset is our ability to adapt to any situation, including threats from other intelligent species. With another click, the hologram transformed into an image of Earth's night sky, dotted with stars. Consider the cosmos. We've reached beyond our planet, sending probes, exploring, and establishing colonies. We don't fear the unknown, we embrace it. Thrax's interest piqued. And what about alliances? Surely you seek to expand your influence in the galaxy? Rayner nodded. We do, but understand this. Trust is earned. Any species wishing to partner with humanity must prove themselves worthy. The galaxy has a history of exploitation, and we refuse to be victims. A tall delegate with elongated limbs from the cerulean race spoke up, her voice smooth and melodic. You speak of respect and partnerships, but what of those who challenge you? What would be your response? Rayner's smile faded slightly, replaced with a steely resolve. We will not hesitate to defend our home. Earth has forged us into warriors. We will protect what is ours with everything we have. The tension in the room escalated as delegates exchanged uneasy glances. Rayner continued, his voice calm but firm. We've faced extinction from natural disasters, war, and even our own creation, such as the AI we've developed, capable of devastating warfare. Yet we've managed to harness it, to redirect it toward exploration rather than destruction. Thrax's eyes widened. You have created machines of war, and you control them? Only to protect our world and ensure our survival, Rayner clarified. We're not conquerors by nature, but we are not afraid to fight when our home is threatened. He paused, allowing the weight of his words to settle. Now let's talk about the Nox vespertilio, the night bat, a creature so well adapted to darkness that its very existence defies the odds. It thrives where others would perish. Rayner clicked the hologram again, displaying a sleek image of the night bat, its wings extending majestically against the moonlit backdrop. We've learned from creatures like this. We've developed technologies that mimic their abilities. Sonar, night vision, even stealth operations in our military. Thrax blinked, trying to digest the information. So you're saying you've turned biology into technology? Precisely, Rayner affirmed. We don't just look at nature, we study it. We understand that everything has a purpose, and we exploit that knowledge for our survival. The cerulean delegate leaned back, a thoughtful expression crossing her face. Your resilience is admirable, but do you believe that your adaptations will hold against galactic powers? Rayner met her gaze, unwavering. We've survived worse than any galactic power can throw at us. Remember, we are forged in a crucible of death, and that has only made us stronger. As the council chamber sat in silence, the gravity of Rayner's words resonated. Earth was no longer just a classification, it was a warning, a statement of humanity's evolution from the depths of danger into the stars. The tension in the council chamber had reached its peak. Every delegate sat motionless, the weight of Rayner's words pressing down on them. The atmosphere crackled with a mixture of disbelief, awe, and growing respect. This was no ordinary species sitting across from them. These humans, these creatures born from a world of endless peril, were something far more formidable than any of them had anticipated. Thrax's tentacles trembled slightly as he took a deep breath, attempting to steady his voice. Ambassador Rayner, we've heard enough of Earth's dangers, its deadly creatures, its resilient people. But I must ask, what is it that humanity seeks in the galaxy? You've spoken of cooperation, but I can't help but sense a veiled threat behind your words. Rayner's expression softened and he sat back down, folding his hands calmly on the table. It's not a threat, Ambassador. It's a promise. Humanity does not seek conquest, but we also do not seek to be conquered. We understand the complexities of galactic politics, and we recognize that in this council, alliances are forged based on strength and mutual benefit. He paused, letting his words sink in. But let me make this clear. Earth is not a resource to be exploited. Our people are not a species to be subjugated. We've been underestimated before, and that mistake has cost others dearly. So I stand here today not as a conqueror, not as a warmonger, but as a representative of a species that has learned to thrive in the face of annihilation. We offer friendship, cooperation, and trade. But if anyone seeks to test our resolve, they will find out just how dangerous the crucible that forged us truly is. A heavy silence fell over the chamber. The weight of Rayner's message was undeniable. No one dared speak, not even Thrax, who had been so adamant in his questioning before. The image of Earth, now displayed in all its chaotic beauty, seemed to loom over the room, a reminder of the deadly potential lurking beneath its surface. Finally, the tall cerulean delegate broke the silence, her voice calm but carrying a note of reverence. Ambassador Rayner, your words have given us much to consider. Earth's reclassification as a Class 13 Deathworld is no longer in question. It is clear that your species has not only survived in such an environment but has thrived because of it. I believe we all understand the gravity of this designation. She turned to the rest of the council, her luminous eyes scanning each member. The question before us now is not whether Earth should be feared, but how we can ensure that such a powerful species becomes an ally rather than a threat. Thrax finally spoke again, his tone more subdued. I concur. Humanity has shown that it is not to be trifled with. But I ask again, Ambassador Rayner, what will you do if the galaxy chooses not to cooperate? What if factions, powers beyond this council, seek to challenge your place among the stars? Rayner's smile returned, but this time it was colder, more calculating. Then they will learn what Earth has taught us, that the smallest creature can wield the deadliest sting, that survival isn't just a necessity, but an art. We've faced extinction before, and every time we've come back stronger. If anyone in this galaxy believes they can tame Earth, they will soon realize that the universe's most dangerous species isn't the one with the biggest guns, but the one that adapts the fastest. He stood, signaling that his message was complete. But that is not our wish. We seek allies, not enemies. We seek peace, not war. But make no mistake, if war comes, humanity will not be the ones to fall. The council chamber buzzed with murmurs, the delegates exchanging tense whispers. They had never encountered a species so confident in its survival, so unapologetically dangerous. The reclassification of Earth wasn't just a bureaucratic formality. It was a seismic shift in the balance of power in the galaxy. The luminous-eyed cerulean stood as well, her graceful form towering over the other delegates. Then let us hope that peace is what prevails, Ambassador Rayner. For the sake of us all, Rayner nodded. Let's hope, but know this, humanity is prepared for either outcome. With those final words, he turned and left the chamber, the doors closing behind him with a soft hiss. The council was left in stunned silence, the gravity of what they had just witnessed sinking in. Outside, as Rayner made his way down the polished corridors of the Galactic Council's headquarters, a sly smile played on his lips. The galaxy wasn't ready for what was coming. They had barely scratched the surface of Earth's true power. And deep in the cosmos, beyond the reach of this council, forces were already moving. Some would seek to challenge Earth, to exploit its resources and test the resolve of its people. They would find out soon enough that humanity wasn't just a product of a death world. It was its ultimate weapon. The universe would never be the same.